Peace, peace, peace. It is your girl Sunshine with Shine Vibrations. And tonight is our final Friday of Men's Month, celebrating the brothers all month, not just for Father's Day, because it is every day. And just giving the brothers the space that they are not really granted to share their views and opinions and just to get out what they would like to say. So, these two brothers I have are so dope. I both know them due to the poetry world, and they have been great additions in the tribe, and they are great examples of what manhood, fatherhood, and being an overall man in the community is all about. So before I get into them, y'all already know, let's go to our brothers with Soul Society and Heavy Energy University for our alkaline ad.
Peace and love, family. Check it out. It's the We Are the Gold campaign. The We Are the Gold campaign is all about highlighting ourselves as the wealth, value, and solutions we've been looking for. We are the gold. Before it comes to the money, your health is the wealth. Tap into intentional lifestyle decisions, making sure you're putting living, local foods, preferably, especially organic, into your well-being, your temple, And you already know you gotta couple that with the live alkaline water, the best hydration in the nation, natural alkaline spring water straight from the source, no artificial induced processing. And the other side of the We Are the Gold campaign is activating our economics, So tap into the We Are the Gold campaign, get your $20 monthly subscription special at heavyenergyuniversity.com.
And yes, when you do hit their website, I do have a promo code for you. It is Shine Vibrations 888, and the second promo code is Royal Sons. That's spelled SUNZ Enterprises 810. So you can use either one to get a discount, but make sure you hit those brothers up. Next month, I will be promoting the up and coming Alkaline Festival for August. This year, it is another 3-day event. So if you guys plan on being in the North Carolina area, this is definitely an event that you do not want to miss. My sons love this. They felt so connected to the land, especially when they found out that it belonged to the indigenous folks. So those of you that would like to experience the same thing, pay attention to the ads coming up for our Alkaline Festival in Yadkinville, North Carolina. The next ad is a brother. Those who are regular viewers, y'all already know. These fresh moons that I'm rocking, even the fly tee that I got on today. This is a promo that a good friend of mine, Roel Jacobs from 07065, back home, known him since I was 5. He ended up using this for one of his commercials for his TikTok page. So check it out. That's FCC Clothing Company at gmail.com. And also, as you can see, that is his TikTok page at gofreshyourself.com. So I see we got some folks in the chat. I see we got Logan in here. We in here. Pew, pew. These are the Partner in Rhyme family. This is Malikia, Lady Molotov, who we will be celebrating next week in Jersey, back home. I can't wait. Logan said he was in an abyss looking at pretty lights. And Malikia said, laugh out loud, I got YouTube raptured right now, but she's back. So as we see, electronics just have been electronicing for like the last 2 weeks. So we are not going to let that stop us. So now let's get into tonight's guests. Like I said, these are two gentlemen that are great examples of what being black men are. Our first guest is RL, the gifted one. I had the opportunity to meet this brother when I started to get back into writing, when I moved to Greensboro, North Carolina. Writing's block was off. Happened to know someone that was working with him with his group that he has for young up and coming men. I like to call them young up and coming kings, as I do my sons, called Bolt. And they told him that a friend of theirs was a poet. He was hosting, got me on the show. And I would like to say that's how I ended up to having my podcast, one of the beginnings. He has dope collection of EPs titled Love Notes. We actually did a video for one of his first singles off of the very first one, I believe it was, if I'm correct. I love everything that he does. His poetry is dope. And most of all, he is a girl dad. And when I tell you, I love that about men, because when you are a girl dad, you teach your daughters how they should be treated by men. And as long as the fathers continue to love on them, they will know. They won't have to worry about the nonsense, because they'll be like, no, my dad done already showed me better. So if you can't show me either matching his skills or more, you got to go. So definitely love that brother for the way that he loves on his girls. This brother here, this is Scott Harrell, aka Father Tom. I have gotten connected with him. Y'all know he is a repeat guest as well. He is one half of Partners in Rhyme, and I co-moderate with him. He is also owner of his own consulting business, and this is one of his that I love so much. One of the most powerful lessons a person can learn in life is the power of perspective. How you choose to see something is how you will respond to it. And he definitely projects that in his poetry as well. And I have to show this picture because it's ugly, right? This is the other half of Partners in Rhymes, Malikia Scott, Malikia Scott, I believe, have been doing this for 4 years now. I have been writing along for the last year and a half, and she is also known as AKA Lady Mazel Tov. And the celebration of the 4-year anniversary is next Saturday in Newark, New Jersey at the Black Box. And what's so dope about that is because the Black Box has been mentioned in all the old school clubhouse music. So those of us originally from Jersey, the Black Box really is a staple in our community. And I thought this was so dope when they found this spot to have it at. So it's like going home, back to home on top of that for me. So those who would like to be in attendance, you can text PIR to 321-443-2495. VIP is $50. Come on, kick it with us. Get you some real food by our one and only Logan Walker, who is also in the chat currently right now. And general admission is $25. I'm telling y'all right now, the way we cut up, y'all don't want to miss this. Without further ado, let's go ahead and bring these brothers out to the stage. Peace, peace, peace.
Peace, peace.
Peace, peace.
How are you brothers doing this evening, and how was your week so far?
Good. Work with county schools. Summer cleaning going on at the school. It's a lot of work, but pays the bills. So I'm just glad for the end of the week and get here. It's been this oppressive slave heat, but we're getting through it.
Not the slave heat. Not the slave heat. There go Suge. Peace, Carla. Y'all already know who Carla is. That is my Suge with Crazy Carla Concoctions, who is also on blastmusic247.com Thursday nights at 8 p.m. And she's also had both of these brothers on her show as well. So you see, we keep it in the family. You feel what I'm saying? And there's Malikia. Hey, partners.
Hey, partner.
So now I know much about you guys, and you might have to rehash it for some of our viewers, for just in case if this is their first time seeing you guys. Tell us something that you would like us to know, and starting from, of course, where you're from.
Well, I'm from Central New Jersey, Woodbridge, New Jersey. Born and raised, actually, in New Jersey. And something about me that everyone should know. Um, I am a consummate diplomat who believes in um, looking at things, as you said in my intro, from another perspective. There's more than my viewpoint and more than yours. Let's see if we can find where we can see things together.
I love that. I definitely love that. I always feel like sometimes, those of us who have that mind state when you're speaking to others, they readily assume that you don't see it from their view. And you're trying to say, no, but wait, I do. Trust
Mm,
me, I do. I'm just trying to see if you can see it from a different angle. So
mm,
a lot of times those battles going back and forth really just is about our perspective. And if we just kind of remove our perspective and see it from another angle, a lot of these disagreements would be.
very true. Very true.
Logan said, "Yeah, we taking over Jersey. Yeah, I can't wait." I get to see my Uncle Mike. So, and RL has met Uncle Mike. So he definitely understands why I can't wait to see him. So, RL, my upstate brother, we above the Mason Dixon in the South. So let the folks know where you are from.
I was born in Philadelphia, raised here most of my life. Been living in North for 17 years. And I guess, well, if there's something to know, that I am a Taurus twin of Shine. Our birthday's actually a day apart. So I'm considered older because my birthday's a day before hers. I'm 424, she's 425.
Hold on, Star. Did you say you're only considered older because of the days? I thought it was because of the years.
I'm still young at heart someday.
Oh yeah, we always gonna be like that. There's something about, I would say, late 60s, 70s, and 80s babies that the rest of the world will never get. There's just something different about us. And we still know how to be a kid at heart. It's just like now, folks, their minds is focused elsewhere and they don't know how to just enjoy life. So, speaking about enjoying life, RL, as I mentioned in the background, you being a girl that is a dope, and the way that you love on your daughters publicly is amazing. Some people choose not to do that. Have you ever gotten any backlash in reference to how much you post or share about your kids? Because I'm gonna be honest, some people ask me, why do you post so many pictures of your sons? Because I choose to. So I figured the fathers that do so, do you get those type of questions?
Yeah, well, not even more or less that you shouldn't post. That's simple to me. My page post. I think mainly it's a funny dynamic. Usually, criticizing in our community, the men are being criticized, being present, but not being children, but or present that it's a problem. I, really, I look above a lot of
You,
learned.
hold on, RL. You still coming across a little choppy because I can understand you, but I want to make sure that the viewers do because you are making some good points right here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like I said, our community is of strange people not shown, but there's always the criticism about of the children. My presentation is not the proof for anybody. It's just something to find joy. I don't. There's only certain things I can post, and one of the main things is being a family man with my children, especially being in my children. I'm co-parenting. Anytime I get a chance to spend time with them, it's special to me. It's important to me, and I'm going to showcase for me, not for anybody else. So I really don't worry too much about the criticism about posting a lot of times of me and my daughters. That's my business. You can always scroll.
Yeah. You don't gotta look, you can keep it pushing. Scott, have you ever gotten any type of responses like that?
I have not. I have not. I used to post a lot of things. I have three sons, and I would regularly post some things if they were doing something funny or something struck me that I wanted to share as they were growing up. Or and these things, one of the things I love about it with Facebook, they'll come back to me in memories. You know, it, 10 years ago, 8 years ago, 4 years ago. I recently saw a memory that came up about 10 years ago when my boys were talking to me about, Dad, can we go to Great Adventure or something? I was like, well, grass is looking a little long. And I had a picture of my son in the front yard cutting the front, my son in the backyard cutting the back, another child who had the rake and the blower, and suddenly inspiration hit. And
I love it.
I sat there and loved it and just snapped photos. I was like, this is the life. This is that moment. So
Isn't it funny how we got to do those things? Because yeah, my boys, I think I've tired them in their earlier years with getting up so early when I used to be a dialysis tech. So like now, it's like, bruh, before I come home from lunch, you better have that room clean. You can lay back down, but you need to have your breath smelling right, wash your face, brush your teeth, clean the room up. Please eat something. And if you choose to lay back down, I'm cool with it. But like we had chores. Saturday morning cartoons. If you wanted to watch them cartoons, you better wake up an hour or 2 hours earlier than they start, depending on how many chores you was assigned every Saturday. So I keep telling them, y'all keep forgetting they were so much cleaner when they were younger. And now that they are 10 and 12, it's like I'm pulling teeth.
So, something happens when that smell kicks in. When they get their own odor, something happens.
Yeah, I keep telling them, y'all smelling yourselves. That's what it is. You remember the old folks used to tell us that. Like my boys have attended RL's boat sessions. The fact that it's in Greensboro and we're in Charlotte, so vehicle situations, they haven't been able to get back up there. But RL is definitely like another one of the I would say kings that have added on to their development. RL crazy. I don't know if you paid attention to your memories this past week. Remember the cipher outside of the artist block?
Oh wow, this time of year, wow.
That was and it was me, you, Keisha. Shots out, to Bars, main man,
Oh wow.
watching over us. It was Jasmine. It was before her and Clement got together, like the very early beginnings. It was Kelsey and I forget the other gentleman's name, but then it was now why and this is so bad because when I first came to a poetry event, he was the first person I saw performing. And as much as we get who
was Tyson there?
Say it again.
Was Tyson there, the sax player?
Oh yeah, Tyson was there. I love Tyson. I ask you about Tyson every now and then. But and he is going to beat me. Oh my gosh! As much as we be around Manye and Juma, um, he has that song, "Be the Change That You Want to See."
Okay.
Mm, you know who I'm talking about. It's gonna come to me, and I feel so bad that I can't remember his name right now. It's just I haven't seen him in a while. But oh, peace, peace. We have Louisiana Lyricist Lounge in here, and of course he found that funny about the kids. They meet on here as well. That is Paul Cram the poet. He and Lady Imuna, they had their own podcast. They were guests on my show, and they wanted to get into the podcast world. So they are Sunday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this Sunday, I will be manning the background for them. So you just see me popping it out. That's it. But they're going to run their thing, and it's going to be a dope event because they are going to have somewhat like a poetry battle. So stay tuned for that this Sunday. Um, so poetry. How important has poetry been in your life? Like, is this something that one day, if it was the ability to write was taken from you, do you think you could still survive?
Ooh.
No, no, I think it's my best expression.
You said it's your what?
Um, I'm sorry, it's my best expression. I'm sorry to be all up on my ugly face all up on the screen. It's my highest expression. The best way that describes me is my poetry. So not to be able to define myself through my art would be, I would be, I would just wouldn't exist. So, for me, I can't speak for our brother, but for me, it would be the worst situation possible.
Okay.
For, for me, I spent over 2 decades after putting my pen down and wondering whether or not that gift would come back because I started writing when I was a teenager and stopped when I went into the military and started getting after life and such. But there came a point where I really, really needed that outlet and was very scared that if it was still there. Because when I started out, I quickly became a featured poet in the tri-state area. Um, was too young to even really knew what I had going on. So when it did come back and having it, I guess the only way I can describe it, when you have almost a resurrection experience, you hold on to it that much tighter. I can't even imagine Lazarus' sisters. They probably didn't let him out of their sight at that point.
Mhm.
That's kind of how I feel about my pen. I go sometimes days, maybe a week or two without writing, but poetry is always on my mind, and it has done so much for me
Mhm.
now that I can't imagine being without it.
Both of you already know my story. Viewers know mine. You both know how important poetry has been for me. So I feel like it is the greatest therapy I have shared with endless people because of things that I have experienced in my life. The number one question I always get asked: how do you do it? How do
Mhm.
you manage? How do you survive? And I answer it in two ways. One, I'm not doing, I'm striving. Two, it is the most healing experience when you recognize that we truly do have the antidote to everything we need in life within ourselves. We are designed and built and equipped with everything that we need. And you don't have to be a poet to discover that. Just having the ability to have the pen be your best friend and add it to some paper and to write your thoughts. Now, sometimes for those of us, the thoughts come out like poetry. Other people, it's just journaling, but it is the best opportunity for you to be able to have the mental calisthenic, getting it off of your chest, not necessarily needing someone to hear it, but you may need to just be able to let go, and then
Hmm.
it's there for you to reflect on. But again, like I said, in doing so, that's how I discovered poetry was something that was in me. It was natural. So, has poetry stopped you from making any type of bad decisions in life?
Hmm. RL, would you like to go first or shall I?
You can go ahead. You can go ahead.
You know, I feel I'm relatively measured in my approach to how I think about things, how I do things. My partner in rhyme, Malikia, loves to coin the phrase, poetry has saved lives. I believe it saved mine many times over. Has it helped me stop making a bad decision? It's possible in the sense that whatever I was able to diffuse in ink never festered into something much more cancerous and deadly, externally or internally. So, in that regard, I could probably say yes.
Okay. RL?
I can't say it's stopped me. I would say the spoken word is grounded. It's the one person I trust. Poetry is the one person I trust more than anyone. It's just kept me focused, and grounded. I don't know. I can't say that it stopped me from doing anything. It just put me in a place where I feel the most settled. I feel safest when I'm at the mic when I'm expressing myself. Like I said, it defines who I am as an individual, and it's the perfect definition. If you want to know who is Ronald, then you have to decipher through my work how I explain my truth. So yeah, I would say that. That's basically stopped me from no, but it's just it's kept me. It's kept me going in times when I really wanted to give up or just wanted to stop, especially like through things like divorce, because that's how the love notes was created. My marriage is falling apart. The Most High got me writing about black love, which is the strangest thing to be writing. I wasn't writing anything depressing or anything that was just like the worst case scenario stuff. I wasn't. I was writing something significant when I felt insignificant. You know, a, a backwards theory, but it's what it was coming out of me. So I would say it kept me grounded more than anything.
Well, those of us who are Tauruses, that's just what we do anyway, though. Because we are the foundation anyway. And like I always like to say, you need to get a Taurus on your team. It doesn't have to be a significant other. It could be a confidant, a best friend, whoever, however you want to call them. But yeah, you definitely need to get a Taurus on your team, because if you flying off the handle, yeah, we're gonna keep you grounded. Malikia said, "Good stuff, gents." Well, we are at our halfway mark. And to celebrate the brothers, this young brother, Hakeem, we love him here on Blast. And he has this love for music that is of his parents, and house music, stuff like that. Jersey Girl, that's what we do. Um, to me, house music is liberating, as the saying goes, house music all night long. But it's something about that bass line. It is just something to me that is, I would say, like the djembe drum from West Africa. It's that bass line. It's something that just charges and speaks to the melanin. So I definitely am glad that he is our artist spotlight this week. And before I get into him, I just wanted to say, to piggyback off of both of you, your answers were amazing simply because they feel that Black men don't know how to express themselves or to communicate. And I am always one that will stand in the gap with a rebuttal, because my experience is not what they try to project on social media and in society. I know plenty of brothers who are dope fathers. I know plenty of brothers who know how to communicate and who know how to provide and who truly are leaders. So I don't buy into the shit that they selling. Okay, so and that was the main reason why Carla and I both wanted to, highlight and showcase the men all month of June. So before we go, just get y'all pieces ready because now, we're gonna have to share with the people what I know about y'all, okay? Um, so again, we have Hakeem Romance with Gotta Get Out.
9/11. Gotta get up, gotta get up. 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 I done work real hard just trying to spin a bag. Bag, bag, bag. Need a night out from all the stress I've had. Gotta get dressed, time to blow some cash. Caught a quick glimpse, now it's time to dash. Just gotta have some fun. I'm on the move tonight. See the bright city lights. Everything is alright. Just gotta have some fun. Gotta get up, gotta get up. 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 It's time to have some fun. So I'm in the club, drinks flowing my way. Everybody's dancing, living in the moment. I'm on cloud 9, 10 and 11. Don't have a care, we gon' spend this money. Gotta get dressed, time to blow some cash. Caught a quick glimpse, now it's time to dash. Just gotta have some fun. I'm on the move tonight. See the bright city lights. Everything is alright. Just gotta have some fun. Gotta get up, gotta get up. Gotta get up, gotta get up. Gotta have some fun. Gotta get up, gotta get up. Gotta get up, gotta get up. Gotta have some fun. Gotta get up, gotta get up. 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 Gotta have some fun. Gotta get up, gotta get up. Gotta get up, gotta get up. Gotta get up, gotta get up.
And that was Hakeem Romance with Gotta Get Out. You too, if you are an up and coming artist, spoken word, poet, comedian, live band, you name it, you guys need to run over to blastmusic247.com. Excuse me. And join for the free, that's FREE, and get that freemium account started and get your stage up and loaded. And it is just not for the artists. You too, if you are a fan of music, just like what you heard, you can create a free account too and stream hundreds of artists and their music. That's Blast Music 24/7, changing the industry one artist at a time. Malikia says Scott is a masterful communicator for real, for real. Yes, indeed. And we know this. And Carla, I believe, was referencing the house music. She said we sure do. And Malikia says she was a chair dancing pro. Well, I'm gonna tell you, it ain't gonna be no chair dancing come July 6th. So I hope you got your dancing shoes or feet ready, however you want to do this, because it's been a minute for me. But I just would like to also add on before we get into you guys. Before we get into to you guys, she said nope. Yeah, all right, you better be Brett T. I have one more commercial to do, and y'all know health, wealth, and stuff. So we have a balance. I got the live alkaline water for those who like to stay healthy and hydrated. And then, I got the other for those who like to stay medicated. We have Canaleaf. Discover Canaleaf, your ultimate online dispensary. Looking for premium cannabis products without leaving your home? Welcome to Canaleaf.net, your one stop shop for all things cannabis. A huge selection, explore a diverse range of strains and edibles with just a few clicks. They got it all. There is an exclusive offer for subscribers to Blast Music 24/7. Once you hit that subscribe button, run on over to canaleaf.net and put in your promo code BLAST15 for a 15% discount on every purchase. Shop online. It's quick, easy, and convenient. Just visit canaleaf.net to browse their selection and place your order in minutes. Why wait? Elevate your experience with Canaleaf today. And you can follow them on Instagram and Snapchat at Canaleaf_FL. So now that we have those particulars out of the way, how do y'all want to do this? Round robin? Or you want to be able to discuss the pieces first?
Completely up to you.
Up to you.
This is about the men, and I'm looking for y'all to give me direction, and y'all keep trying to throw it at me.
We're very easygoing, as you can see.
See, y'all, look, I don't know what y'all messing. Like I said, I know different. My experience is different. So, with that being said, I guess, how about we do? Logan said he's gonna be on the wall. I can't. I can't wait to see everyone. So, how about we do 2 for 2 and did a discussion?
Okay.
All right. So, pick a number between 1 through 8. See who's gonna go first.
6.
2.
RL, you should have known getting closer to 8 was going to be the one to go first because 8 is my number. So, RL, let's go.
All right.
So,
I'm
just to
going
be,
to. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, Arl. So, is it him then me, then him then me, or is he doing 2 and then I'm doing 2?
That's why I asked. You want to do it like round robin, or you want to do 2 and 2?
Either way works for me.
You want to do your first 2 and then let Scott do his 2?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
All right. So the first one, I don't have a title. I guess it's. I don't know if I have a. I don't have a way to just. You're just gonna have to open your mind and just listen to the words and just try to interpret what you can get out of it. I don't have a personal. It's like a free write, but it's one of the favorite. I guess it's dealing with current society, just current what's going on currently. Okay, so, you've been French kissed on the cheek. The scene was safe and very fake. They're shooting you down with hand sanitizer water guns, keeping your worries wired. It's media mafia manipulation, and you keep falling for it, not able to get up. Damn it, who cut off your life alerts? That third eye is infected. When will you realize your outrage has been selected, pulled right off the rack, mastercrafted by the superpowers who sign your paychecks? Wake up, fool. This is no scary movie. These monsters in your closet are Muppet babies dancing on your news feed, getting you emotional. Sodium levels off the charts. You're mad salty. Crash test dummies for the Matrix. You're living in a dream world. Neo is not coming to save you, and Morpheus was assassinated like Martin and Malcolm. Of course you sound stupid. Do not pass go. Do not collect a stimulus check. You haven't earned your way, but don't worry. Someone will think for you. Stick to your alter ego. No need to feel real. There's an app for that. You're mad at the wrong thing, but reality does not come in the care package. So stop expecting to be heard. Truth was silenced during the opening credits. You've been played, but don't feel bad. You were the perfect mark. Gullible is the new mad. All right. Okay. I'm going to. hmm. All right. This is actually a true piece. Well, it's a true story. I never expected to. I'm just going to read it. I haven't done that in a long time. I've been divorced a few years, and I actually wrote this for someone that an artist that I was really feeling that I mean, I would say was, I would say would be the one that I would for me, you know. And I was actually ghosted by the artist when it was made known how I felt about her, in a sense. So, but I wanted to read the poem I actually wrote for her that she inspired for me. So this is I don't have a title for this one either. So I'm just putting this out here. It's not to dog anybody, or it's not a diss poem. I don't do diss poems. This was a love poem. I haven't written a love poem for a woman, and I cannot remember the last time I did. But here we go. Retrograde confession. Waited my whole life to unearth your hidden treasure, but eternity has no expiration date. And this was worth the wait. So if life is a movie, I've crushed on you since the opening credits. My wet dreams, great coming attractions with no distraction. Third eye elevated. I've rated lost arcs, discovery channeled in good soil to find the jewels that give soul sonic appraisal. Fifth element, supreme being, goddess of one, solar eclipse, birthing revelation to my genesis. In the beginning were drive-by dreams, sleep apnea utopia, only seeing you, acoustic vibration, spinal tapping my emotions, shaking my love Jones off shackles, kicking infatuation out the spectrum. Got me saying things like, Nina, can I play you a little something? Baby, you get to me. Like, this is not a drill. Had the gumption to finally admit you're my brown sugar reality. I don't want to be friends no more. I don't want to wonder anymore. I don't want to wonder how unified hearts get intricate. The wishing well is penniless, done with bankruptcy desires. My investment is a confession. So here I am, fresh out of punchlines, man to woman, coming at you grown, because this poem had two parents and one meaning, that I love you from first sight to last kiss goodnight. So it's me.
Dope, dope. We're gonna come back to you to discuss those. Scott, you're up next.
Alrighty then. So, as you said, this month is about the men. So I figured I'd pick a piece that might poetically introduce who I am, not only as a man but as a poet at the same time. So this is to the prompt that went around viral. If I were a poem, if I were a poem, I pray my words would be oxygen, rays of sunlight, cool water to a dry land. I pray my words would carry from soul to soul like a breeze, singing from ancestor to ancestor, carried on the exhale that crossed every tongue, pointing the way to knowledge. I pray my words would be an audible offering echoing within the exalted halls of heaven, woven amongst harp strings and moments when angels sing to lessen the sting. I pray my words are a prayer to let you know that you are in there, that dark place, that dark space, hollowed out in your mind where no one seems to find you. Let my words be a light to illuminate the darker places inside men's souls. Let my words be a light to illuminate the path so the lost may find their goals. Let my words be a light that keep all darkness at bay. Let my words be a light that helps all from going astray. If I were a poem, let me be found under the heading of wisdom, knowledge, and humility. Be my bookends. Let me be found in the Isle of Peace, on the shelf of joy in the section known as truth, catalog as this is the way, far from the diction and misdirection of fiction that causes friction between logic and reason, no matter the time or year, wisdom is always in season. If I were a poem, let the weight of my words be the foundation to the library of understanding in many minds. If I were a poem, let my words be the map and the compass for the explorers planting their flags on what they find. If I were a poem, I would be a word of warning as a watchman on the wall, weary of anything out of place and always standing tall. If I were a poem, let my words speak life where death breathes and plant seeds for a new Eden to flourish. If I were a poem, let my words pour forth from my cup as water to nourish. If I were a poem, I would not want to be carved in granite or stone, but let my words live in hearts so deep they call them home. If I were a poem, I wouldn't be the one to read to win a prize. If I were a poem, I would be the one you share to open someone's eyes. Father Time. Thank you, thank you. And secondly, I think it's only fitting to share a piece that speaks to where I came from and what life was like. It's a favorite piece that several people love when I read it and ask for it, so I will share Race the Sun. There was no on your mark, get set. We would just go, running breathlessly into the wind at breakneck speed into the day, fueled by our youth, guided by our imaginations, and protected by a combination of blind luck, parental prayers, and legion upon legion of tired, wearied guardian angels, which I'm sure constantly asked God why. We took on the day. A juvenile army, undaunted by age or height, looked at the rising sun and said, challenge accepted. We rode bikes, skateboards, and shabbily built contraptions that did not have safety in mind, designed primarily for speed, since brakes were usually an afterthought. We ran in packs, taking over yards and playgrounds, planting our flag, which couldn't be seen but was heard clearly by our noise wherever we went. We set up many bases and overthrew several kitchens along the way. Yes, we were the locusts that caused many trips to the supermarkets everywhere. Ice cream trucks couldn't outrun us, fences couldn't contain us, and the weather only marked how we might be dirty when we returned home. We raced the sun, jumping ditches, climbing trees, and swimming in secret ponds. We raced the sun, tagging every friend, catching every ball, finding every new path. We raced the sun and almost caught it every day until we had to be home before the street lights flickered on, the last race of the day. The bath, dinner, prayers, and bed, waiting for the sun to rise and for the race to begin once again. We raced the sun. Father Time.
That's
Thank
what I say. That 65 to 80s group, we all identify with that poem. Let's run back because folks, y'all had the folks going in the comments. Malikia said to URL, gullible is the new mad. Is that what you said? Bomb
you.
piece. Like RL, he is another brother that I feel, and it's not because he's from New York. I don't want to hear that. But the influences that we have, it comes out in our pieces. And whenever I hear him spit, it's like if I had to compare, It's not too many other brothers that I say this to, but the wordplay reminds me of KRS-One.
Mm.
So like that in itself, like everything in that piece that you was hitting, like I had to put myself on mute because I didn't want to laugh. But like I felt that. So you said that one was like a free write.
Yeah, I guess I didn't have a specific. I guess I was dealing with social media and what was going on with post COVID, and how everyone is just allow themselves to be influenced by rumors and hearsay, and there's no truth anymore. Everything is we don't like I said we don't think for ourselves anymore. We let what comes across the computer or the laptop, phone. You know, news is not really news. It's just talk. It's chatter, and I think the chatter is teaching people false truths. No one does research. No one studies. We just
Exactly.
we're put in the state of emergency all the time.
Indeed. Malika also said that man said the wishing well is penniless. Ooh, we them feelings. Like that part, yeah. Like the wishing well. You supposed to, I don't know about these new kids, but I know growing up, whenever we saw a fountain or a wishing well, well, you had change. If not, you asked for something to do what?
Throw it in.
So, like a penny with a hole in it, so to speak. Like that was a deep line right there. Like I swear, like it's almost like the punchlines that you have in your poetry. It's almost like shadow boxing with words.
Yeah, thank you.
Like dead ass.
Very hip
Yeah.
hop influence. A lot of my stuff comes. Listen to a lot of old school hip hop, a lot of Jay, a lot of Nas, a whole lot of Wu Tang. Wu Tang is very
Or a
influential.
lot of Wu Tang. Say it again.
A lot of Ghostface and a lot of Ghostface and Raekwon influence my writing. It was KRS too, but a lot of Nas and a lot of J and a hell of a lot of Biggie. Biggie is very believe in being a storyteller. I don't sound like anybody. My cadence is not like anyone, so just like telling a story.
Indeed. And I was just going to say that, but Malikia already put it in the chat. She said, partner, the pictures you paint and hope you hold for humanity are beautiful. Like both
Thank
of you guys, like the pic, like, and I even comment on as moderating in Partners in Rhymes, like literally for me, and it's not to discount anyone's writing, but if you can make me visualize your poem, you have succeeded in conveying your thoughts.
Mm.
And both of you, I can remember the old school picture reel, the little thing you used to click and see things like,
you.
Yeah.
well,
Viewfinder.
yeah, the viewfinder. Like literally, I could see myself clicking and listening to you guys as I have pictures to reminisce. Like Scott, you took me back to, and RL, come on now, the handball games, wall ball. Depending on where you was from, it was handball and then wall ball. But those games, the pickup games with basketball, like stickball, all these different weird little things, like that poem brought back so many memories. Like even going swimming every day. When you said we chased the sun, no, how about the sun was our babysitter at Rawway Pool every day in the summer?
I mean, that's where my mind went back to. And RL, I want to compliment your pieces. Sunshine is so right. The best way I can just this is the first time I've heard you, and the thing that was screaming to me listening to your pieces, it's like you're a poetic graffiti artist.
Wow.
And what I mean by graffiti artist is that graffiti artist that paints the mural on the side of a building where so far away you can see a beautiful picture, but the closer you get, you see so many different intricate things inside.
Wow.
Your poem contains so many different intricate images that encompass an entire mural that you paint very well. So I just wanted to give you that compliment, sir.
Thank you. Wow. I'm speechless. Try to be a visual artist. Like I said, be a storyteller. I'm a lyricist. Believe in not not just punchlines, but just creating an entire, something that you can hear without the music. You know,
Mm.
And
word-
trust
words.
me, when I say punchlines, I also mean like those gut punches to wake you up, like, yeah, you done fucked up or you done stepped on some toes. You feel what I'm saying? Like the things that you write and the way that you arrange it, like it does stick, it resonates. So
Yeah.
you've always had that gift. That's why I always felt that calling yourself RL the gifted one was always dope, because you really, really, like, most people don't live up to their names, but ever since first meeting you and knowing you up until now, yeah, that's you. Can't nobody take that from you. Yeah, that's you.
Thank you.
Carla said nice. Logan, exactly. He said, okay, so they really just said we finna have a slugfest with these heavy hitting pieces. Logan said, come on with it, gents. And then of course Malikia said the racing the sun is chasing the sun is one of her favorites from you. And then Carla said the memories that was brought up. Like, to say that there's so much more that can be said about you both. I swear I feel like I shared in Clubhouse. I guess I could share it real quick before Scott dips on us, because we have to get the room ready for Clubhouse.
Yes, I do.
Partners in Rhyme, Lyrical Rhymes room tonight at 8 p.m. But our first meeting in person was actually me having to go sign my nephew's out. Scott used to be part of Roselle Police Department, and my nephews were younger. I really can't even remember what happened, but I just remember getting a phone call and saying that they weren't in trouble. They just needed someone over the age of 18 to sign them out. Um, Speaking with my nephews, they were saying, one cop was being an asshole, but they said Scott, really, you know, assessed and controlled and contained the situation, which we wish in instances that we see now on social media, you don't see that happen too often. You don't see the other officer interject. You may see it peppered in here, but it's not as consistent as it should be. And I
Mm.
just wanted to get on here to share that story and to again tell you thank you and appreciate you for that, because the way that you think and the it proves that you are a master communicator.
Uh,
When you diffuse situations like that, when not knowing who on the other hand could have racist intentions or not, to be the one to stand in the gap of that and to really make a situation not get worse. I really applaud you for that. And this is what we mean about Black men being protectors. It's not necessarily saying you have to get out there and shoot your gun or fight or whatever. It's just being able to assess and control a situation. Yes, Malikia, she's a great man with a huge heart. So I thank you, because it didn't get worse. I shared a post, and one of my nephews was like, "Yo, Moni, that's the cop right there."
oh my God.
So definitely, yes, I thank you for that, and I can't wait. I am looking forward to. I actually fly in on Friday.
We're gonna
So
be looking for you. We're gonna be
yeah,
looking for you. It was a pleasure and an honor to be on your show, and an honor meeting you, RL. And I'm so glad, because I do my best to carry myself in a way where, down the road, even if you don't remember my name and I remember yours or how we met, at least I left you feeling good.
that's
And
right.
that's what I try and do.
Two dope pieces. Very took me back. Definitely took me back.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much, RL.
Scott, in the show chat, go ahead and send the link to Clubhouse too, because I'm kind of being a bully right now, because I want RL to join and come into the space.
I will do my best to do so. All right. I'm gonna bounce out.
Okay, so and RL, again, please see you in a few, Scott. As I say, a lot of my features, a lot of times when I perform, you have been the one to introduce me. especially them artist block days. When I pop out just to support, like I said in the green room, like how you'd be like, oh yeah, you coming to spit? No, I just came to support, and then gets up there and calls me anyway. So it's definitely, I appreciate that, is because a lot of people don't know that you are like this. They talk about me being a super supporter, like you are one as well, and you're always humble and pointing that out about others, but you rarely speak on yourself. So this is why I wanted to take the time to say thank you for everything that you have done to support me, the Royals, and to all the little black boys that have come through you in that and your boat organization, because recently saw Charleston White speaking, and I kind of agree with what he said in this last video to a degree, only to a degree. And not sure if it was shared in Drunk Talk Live. And oh yeah, he also hosts live Drunk Talk Live on Facebook with C Briggs and who I don't remember all of their names, but I know Dave is one. Who's the other brothers?
King Regiments, David Rainey, C. Ricardo Briggs, my man Black Sinatra, DeCarlo Reese, and Baby in the Sky, aka Mo. So
yeah, they got a deep squad, and I really enjoy when I can to jump in. A lot of times I try to jump in, and then I ended up falling asleep because they've been killing us with this overtime, and I just been stuck looking at computers for so long. Like I don't want to look at any anymore. But this the way that you have allowed yourself to, in spite of what you have been growing through, to continue to support shows a lot. And if enough people haven't told you thank you, I even thank you for them, and say charge it, to their head and not their hearts, because granted, some people, when they're used to you being such a supporter, they expect it from you. And not sure if you've ever been on the other end of that, but I wanted to make sure that you got your shine and your recognition, because you definitely support the sisters and you keep us uplifted, and the brothers as well. I have no complaints. My boys still remember when I had to tell you about them grades slipping, and they was like, Mommy, I ain't never see him like that. I said, yeah, I told you it gets real in the field. We ain't playing with y'all. We are a village. We are a tribe. So don't think for 1 second, whatever mommy can't do today, ain't nobody around that can, because you have great examples, and you have definitely been a great example. Different mothers that I have met through you, bringing them to your events. And then also when you asked me to speak, these sisters have nothing but great things to say about you. Really about how just a little bit of your impact made such a bigger difference in their sons' lives, to the point that the ones that have graduated, I see willfully come back. And then they come back with their younger brothers. So, that is real dope. I've done community work as well back home, so I know how it is. I still have babies to this day from a youth program that I took over that reaches out to me when they feel they can't speak to their parents, and they grown. They in their 20s and 30s now, and they still reach out to me for advice. So to be able to be a person that the youth see is for them is the most important thing that can be done. Now, this video with Charleston White, he talked about F the black community. He said, when I came through, I was a broke activist. I would be out there hitting the pavement, going door to door, but I would come home broke. And then my kids would ask, Daddy, can we go get ice cream or something like that? And he would have to say, no, I didn't make any money today. And he said, but I'm giving all this time and energy for the community, and I'm not getting anything back in return. And in the same time, neglecting my household, more importantly, my children. So he said once he became I ain't gonna use the word, but we all know how Charleston White talks. And he said, once I became, ignorant, basically, and just really, really speaking my mind, yeah, he caught people's attention. Shock value works more than anything. And he does a great deal of that. But he also said, F the community. He said, I'm about my paper. I ain't doing nothing no more for the community because I have neglected my family for so long. So, do you agree with any sides of that?
I do say it's frustrating to try to give back to community that doesn't want to give back to you. Everybody doesn't want to do the work. I'm satisfied with what we have as long as we're okay and our rent is paid. We're not too concerned about it. They say it takes a village when it comes to children, but I think the village needs a village. We have to think about those who are putting in the work, trying to sustain, especially their own personal lives. So it can be a struggle. I think you just have to learn to find a balance, putting the work in to help the community, but also making sure you maintain enough strength and mental wherewithal, I guess, to or your and awareness that you're taking care of home first and put home, make it substantial enough that your kids, your significant other, and yourself, your health as well. Your health is the main one. So as long as you're taking care of you and yours, then you're able to go out and I think the most powerful word in the community is know. You got to know when to pull back. You got to know when I can't do this right now because it will drain you. And a lot of people like to withdraw, but they don't like to deposit. So you have to look at your own personal emotional account and make sure it's full enough to keep you, straight.
Indeed. And I just feel like for those who may be agreeing with Charleston White, try including the family because your family is the community. RL would give me props about the exposure that I give my sons. Anything that I'm involved in, yeah, it's a family thing. So I bring them, and it has shown the things that we have been a part of, things that we have attached my sons to, that they go to school and they exhibit that same love. Love is the highest level of understanding. In the Bible, for those who read the Bible, it is referenced as charity. So you can't say you love the folks if you're not willing to put out the work. And sometimes simply the work is being a listening ear, maybe providing some resources or being a connection to get someone hooked up with somebody who may actually do with what they're in need with. But I would definitely say I agree with you about finding the balance. Finding the balance because health is wealth and we are about health, wealth, and stuff. And if you yourself is not right physically and mentally, you cannot be there for your own, let alone the community. So, RL, I'm gonna give you this opportunity to let the folks know what you've recently dropped and give your shout outs and stuff too, because RL is very humble. So he ain't even mentioned the fact that he was an actor. He didn't even mention the fact that he is a playwright. This is the things that I be talking about this brother, that he is so humble. So this is your time to shine and lay it all out, the EPs that you have out and what is up and coming for you.
Well, I have a couple of things on SoundCloud. You look up RLTHA gifted the number one if you want to find me on SoundCloud. But I have a couple of small EPs on there. But I mainly keep what I call poetry visuals. I have a YouTube page called RL's Love Notes, RL apostrophe S Love Notes. We looked it up. I have about 20, 24 videos released. My latest one, it's called Vision with a young lady named Amelia T. My boy Otis Simpson and Alpha Glam directed Brother Saeed of Pitchvine Productions. And it's a really strong presentation. Um, uh, I can't really go describing the videos. You'll have to see them for yourself. Like I said, all of them are about Black love and celebrating women who are designed to be great muses to your pen. And I'm incredibly grateful for all those young ladies and as well as those Lamar Yaz, and my boy Scope Vision, those who have filmed for me, the videographers who have edited. So that's just basically. Um, I'll do some other acting. I got some things coming out. It's going to be on streaming sites. I really can't say right now because there's some stuff in production. Mainly, my work is with the poetry visual. Go subscribe to the page, share it, try to find it. Like I said, it's called RL's Love Notes. Some really, really good spoken word videos that I call them poetry visuals. I think you will really enjoy them. It's about black love with everything that this right now. There's this war going on of men bashing women, women bashing men. Everyone's telling everybody who to date, how to date, what they should, and no one's not talking about the love itself, the connection, and the journey. So that's what I'm doing in the video. So actually Carla was in one which I really enjoyed. I had the pleasure to work with her and brother called Mouthful. It was you would really like that one. So check that out as well.
Yeah, y'all gonna love it. I'm telling you, everything this brother does is fire. And like I said, I'm not just saying that because we both from up the way. It really is what it is. This brother's art speaks for itself. So, any shout outs you want to give? You know, I know baby girls ain't watching, but you know, you can shout them out if you want to.
Mhm.
And also, if you want to share your social media page for those, or if you just want to keep it to YouTube, that's fine as well.
No, you can reach me, Ronald Lavender Jr. on Facebook, Gifted Poet on Instagram. I'm not always on Instagram. I'm mainly on Facebook. I don't tweet or X, whatever they call it. I don't. I have TikTok. I, I'm not running a lot to promote something upcoming, so mainly like I'm on Facebook. The main shout outs are just to the four greatest poems I ever wrote. That's Ronnie, Mia, Faith, and Joy, my four daughters. And shout outs to you. Thank you for the opportunity and for the things you said. It was very needed. It's a blessing that someone sees because sometimes you don't often know who's. I don't do it for the likes. I do it because I love the art. I love spoken word. Um, love just I love just being visualized and telling stories. If anybody will listen, that's payment enough for me. Because I believe I was.
All right. Well, like I said, I know I appreciate you. My Royals appreciate you. And eventually, I'm assuming July is going to kick off me being able to start getting back out and performing. So we will see if we'll be on the same stage soon. I don't know. But I meant what I said, and I'm going to say it on here now. I am working on an EP, and I reached out to RL because I felt it was only right if he would do an intro piece or something or contribute in any way. Because again, every single time I was on the stage, he was who brought me out. So I think it's only right to have him added on to the EP as well. So check him out, follow him, and stay tuned for things that Sunshine and Shine Vibrations has going on. This is the conclusion of Men's Month, but don't let that stop you. I hope this month of shows encourages everyone to show more love to the brothers, and to not focus on so much of the toxic things that social media is pushing. Okay, we need to counteract that about 10 times over, you know, with the good shit, because like I said, my environment is different. So I understand what is being projected, but personally, my environment and my experience on a day to day is different. So I don't totally identify with that view. So shouts out to you, RL. Thanks again for Scott coming. And it is Friday. Be cooling how you be cooling. Be safe out there. Peace and poetry to y'all.
Peace.